Hi everybody, it's Deb here with Creative Life. Thanks so much for joining me today, and thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Welcome back. Today you guys, I have a Clear Scraps Medium Gnome Girl project that we just finished, or that I just finished for you. So I wanted to share with you how this little gnome girl turned out. She is adorable, you guys. Oh my gosh. So they do have, like I said, 3 sizes. They have a large, medium, and a small. And this one is the medium. Now the medium is, let's see here. She's about 15, almost 15, about 14 and 3/4 inches by 6, or a little under 6, 5 3/4. So she is a little smaller than the large. Okay, the larger is going to be bigger. I do love her so much, you guys. Oh my gosh. I do have the link down below for you to go check her out. She is adorable. Super, super cute. So to start off, I went ahead and used the fall paper that is by Cartabella, and the paper that I used is Fall Fun, and this is a paper by Stephen Duncan, and it is super cute. Love it. And so I used the green polka dot for her hat, and then I went ahead and used the sunflower for paper for her dress, put a super cute little lace up here on her collar, went ahead and painted her like a fawn. I used a fawn color paint, and then I went ahead and painted her hair orange. Now it looks kind of reddish, but I went ahead and put actually 3 coats of orange on her hair. Okay, and then her little shoes are brown, and I gave her a little bit of a little shoelaces here. And then went ahead and highlighted her nose, did some little cheeks in pink, and so it's very, very light, so you can barely see it, but it's super, super cute. So yeah, and then a little bit on her nose there, and did a little bow. This little shaker flower is super cute. I went ahead and painted it, and then put the shaker bits inside of it for just an embellishment for her hat, and that is from Scraps, Clear Scraps as well. And I will put the links to both of these down below for you. And then I gave her a little sign and some little flowers down here, you know, so when I put her standing up, it looks like, you know, the little sign is coming out of the ground, and she's holding a little flower pot that I fussy cut out. She is super cute. So I do have a short tutorial for you here right after this, so you can view how I put her together, and it is super cute, you guys. I hope that you stay and watch it because it's super, super cute, and I hope you guys go to Clear Scraps and check them out. So here we go. Okay, so to get started, I went ahead and grabbed her and placed her body on top of my pattern paper, and then traced around her, and then cut her dress out. And then once you're done with that, you're going to go ahead and place her on top of the pattern paper on top of her, and then I just pressed down with my fingers where her little hands were, and then I grabbed my scissors and just kind of cut a little indentation, and grabbed my pencil and kind of cut or traced where her hands were, and went ahead and cut little holes in my little pattern paper there. Once the holes were cut, I went ahead and just stuck the hands through the little holes. Again, I'm forming the hands on the other side of that piece of pattern paper, and then again just placing the holes over the little hands, and I'm just kind of form fitting it over her. And then once I did that, I grabbed my paper and I'm forming it over her hair, and just by pushing down and kind of, you know, filling where her hair is. And so I'm just pushing the paper down and forming it so that way I know where to cut. So I went ahead and did that, and then cut each of the pieces out. Once I got it where I wanted it, then I went ahead and folded that piece down, and then I drew like a neckline around her so she would have like a scooped neck on her dress, and I thought that would look really super cute. So there's her little neck. Thanks. I did the same thing with the hat. I just laid her over on top, took my same piece that I did her dress out of, but used the back as her hat, so it would coordinate really well. So yeah, so that's what I did. And then again, here I took my score tool, or my bone folder, and I just scored kind of where the indentions are on the wood of the hat, where it kind of scalloped, so to speak. And I just went ahead and traced that, so I knew where to cut the lines. After I got done scoring where I needed to, I went ahead and just cut that out and like I said, formed the hat. And I just kept doing that until I got the hat where I wanted it. And then we're done. So once I formed the hat, I went ahead and I think I glued everything on. So I went ahead and just made sure everything was lining up good. And then again, I cut off the little bottom feet of the dress part. I went ahead and started painting the background of the gnome white. That way it would like blend in with the dress, so any wooden piece that was showing, it would blend in with the dress and it wouldn't show the wood. So I just went ahead and painted her white. So I painted around her hands, and I didn't need to paint that far up on her face because I am going to paint her face like a fawn color. And then I just painted like where the dress would fit right above her shoes, because we're going to paint those brown. And that was about it. So I really didn't need to paint like the inside part of that area because again, she, her dress is going to cover that wooden part, so we didn't really need to paint that. The sides I went ahead and painted white because, just so that way it blended in. So okay, so next what I did is I took my green paint and I painted the outside border of the gnome, her hat, and I painted it green so that way it would match the paper. And yeah, so I think I did like 2 coats, maybe 2 or 3 coats, but I did it to where it wouldn't show the brown. Next, I decided to do her hair. So we're trying to get all of our painting out of the way. So, and I did do, I think, a couple of coats on this. So there's 1 coat, and then I decided to go ahead and paint her shoes brown. So we're just getting all of the painting out of the way so everything can dry, so we can adhere everything down. I did put 2 coats of the brown on her shoes. So for the hair, I went ahead and used the brown just to dab in around the border, outside border of her hair. So I did that, and then I did the shoes as well. Okay, so for this next part, I brought in some Mod Podge, and I just went ahead and placed it all over her hat. Just 1 or 2 times, and then placed the paper hat on top and burnished it down really well. And then I checked the edges if they needed extra glue. I went ahead and just grabbed my regular glue and put that down. The next part we're going to do is we're going to add the fawn paint. So I tried to go ahead and remove some of that white off of the wood, and I just wet my little cloth and then kind of removed it. So here is the fawn colored paint, and so I went ahead and just painted her nose and painted her face and her hands and everywhere. So it did cover up that white pretty good. So yeah, so I was really happy with that. so I just added some down there, and then just, you know, just I think 2 or 3 coats of this paint was pretty good. I went ahead and painted her hair again with a little bit of more orange. And I know it looks red, but it really is orange. And I just love the color. It looks so stinking cute. Placed her dress over her to make sure everything lined up right. And then placed some glue around her dress. And then went ahead and placed it over her body. And just formed it down, you know, over her body, and then burnished it down really well. Next, I decided to go ahead and search for some lace to place around her collar, and I finally found one that looked really good. I tried a bunch of different ones before I settled on this one here, and it was a larger piece that I folded in half. And so I just hot glued that down really well. Okay, so I made these little embellishments for the little gnome girl, and I went ahead and stuck some foam tape on the back of this little flower pot, and I decided to go ahead and stick 2 more strips on top of the strips that I already had, because it needed to be raised just a bit more so her hands would look like it's holding it. So I went ahead and stuck 2 more pieces of foam tape on top of each other, and then stuck that in between her hands. And then the little sign that is off to the left, I actually did a cut apart card and cut that down to size, and then used a little chipboard piece that I had in my stash and put that on the back. Then I went ahead and used 2 little sunflowers on the bottom there. So I thought that was super cute. Next, we're going to make our shaker, and this is the shaker that is on top of her hat. And I went ahead and took the whole piece of the sunflower, and I just traced it on to the pattern paper, and I'm cutting that out. So that's going to be adhered down to the whole piece as the shaker backing. Okay, so then I went ahead and did some ink around it, and or on top of it I should say, just to give it more of a yellowish tint, and I really liked that. Then I went ahead and I gessoed my sunflower first. Okay, and this piece is going to go on the outside of our shaker. Okay, and when you get your shaker, you're going to get the acetate, which has a film over it, and you're going to go ahead and peel that film off, and you'll see here in a minute. And then you're going to get 2 more pieces that go you know, behind the shaker to build it up, so that way you don't have to use foam tape. You just use the chipboard shaker pieces and you mount them together, and then you put your pieces inside of the shaker. So here now I'm painting the little flower, and I thought that it turned out so cute. Absolutely love it. Next, I went ahead and adhered down the pattern paper on top of the whole piece for the back. Okay, and then I just cut and trimmed away any excess paper that I didn't need on there. So now this is where I was telling you, you're going to stick your 2 pieces together. You get 2 chipboard pieces in there that mount together, and this is deep enough to put your little shaker bits inside. Okay, next I'm peeling away the backing. Now there's 2 films on both sides of that acetate, so make sure that you peel off both sides. Okay, and so there we go. So that is on there just like that, and then I'm just burnishing it. Okay, so next I'm just putting this together to see how it's going to look, and I just love it. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place the painted piece on top of the outside of the acetate, and then now I'm going to go ahead and place my sprinkles and stuff in the middle of each of the little flower petals, and in the middle of the flower petal. So, or in the middle of the flower, I should say. I added some little gems in there that I had on my stash, and I think it looks so cute. I decided to take some out because it was getting kind of crowded in there. I always put too much. And so next I'm going to go ahead and get ready to place on the backing, just like that. And we are done. It turned out so stinking cute. Next, we're going to go ahead and stick that right on top of the little gnome girl. So I wanted to add some little definition to her hair and her little outfit and such. So I went ahead and grabbed my black marker, made some shoelaces, added my white gel pen to her nose there. I made a little mark there, added some pink chalk to her nose and her cheeks, and then I grabbed my orange pen, and it's a Sharpie, and I just went ahead and made some little ripples in her hair, and then I grabbed my white gel pen and added some little lines to her hat where I thought like little indentions would be, or you know, the little lines would be in her hat. I thought it would look really cute. She looks so sweet. I absolutely love this piece. Okay, so we have finished this little girl, and she turned out so adorable. I absolutely love how she turned out, and I hope you guys do too. I really love how she has a little pot of flowers here. We made a little shaker out of the little flower shaker that we used. And I love how her little nose is highlighted, her hair is highlighted. We made a little dress for her, and I just think she is adorable. I hope you guys like her too. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have all of the links down below for you, so if you want to, please check out Clear Scraps over at their store, and check out this little gnome girl. She's so cute. She comes in different sizes, you guys, so this is not the only size she comes in. You can definitely get her in a larger size or a smaller size. So thank you guys so much for being here with me today. Take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Thanks so much for joining me today. Please head over to Clear Scraps and check out their shop. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and hit that bell for future notifications on all upcoming videos, tutorials, YouTube hops, and my live shows, 4:30 on Fridays Central Time.